Hello, and welcome to another tournament in review here on Skaredcast. Today, we take the SKYSPLINTER Assault into real space, as we have an invitational RTT, 3 rounds, 3 games. Let's see how it goes.
The Dark Kid.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another tournament in review. I'm Skari, and it is the time of the Dark Eldar. So if you're a Dark Eldar fan, boom, exciting times. New detachment, new rules, new updates. And I have decided to build a real space raid of SKYSPLINTER Assault. We're going to go in, we're going to do some damage. Let's go over the list. Let's go over what I like, what I dislike. Then we're going to go to a tournament, play 3 different rounds, and then we're going to come back to the studio, and I'll break down what I learned in those games. The first thing I want to show off is how big this army looks. It's massive. Look at the amount of units. That's crazy. It's wild. You crazy? I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I don't even know if I have enough time to play this. But let's dive into it regardless. So, 4 characters. I've got Drazar, the Master of Blades, Archon Skari, who is my Warlord, and another Archon with the enhancement of Nightmare Shroud. My face is your face. The old school Archon coming out to play from retirement. And a Beast Pack Master. I've gone over about why I like them. They're incredible. I highly recommend you convert one because they're really good. 2 units of Cavalite Warriors. Great for the Skari boats, which are the little venoms filled with guns. And just holding objectives and doing primaries and stuff. I did add 10 Witches. I think I want to use all of the stratagems, and that allows me to really use the stratagem to fall back after combat. Effectively then, hopefully to move block and just be annoying and maybe contest objectives. And then 2 units of 5 Racks. In initial testing, I felt I needed more pain tokens, and Racks dying give me pain tokens. So it allows me to put up screens and essentially get some pain tokens so I can do some more reliable damage throughout the course of the game. Then we have 3 units of 5 Incubi. They go with the Archons and Drazar. We have 3 units of 5 Mandrakes to do secondary scoring. 3 units of Scourge, one of which has 4 Haywire Blasters to get through those tough Space Marine tanks. A Chronos for some pain token regeneration, and the 6 Venoms, which I haven't used in a very long time in one list. And there you have it, 2,000 points. It's going to be super fun, lots of units, and it harkens back to a time when you could just play fast, speedy Drukhari that actually have close combat potential. Really looking forward to seeing how these Archon units do. A lot of folks have been doing the big 10 strong units. I like the 5-mans. Why? Because Venoms are easier to hide, and I feel you don't need 10. I think you can get away with 5 in most cases. Let's go to the event, see how I do. It is the invitational for the Ontario competitive 40k league for our region. So there's 3 different leagues that sent their top couple of players to this little invitational. So it's an 8-player RTT, which I'm really excited to play. Let's dive into the games. Round number 1 for the invitational. Really excited. I get to play Brian from the other guys. So make sure you check them out. I'll put a link to their podcast and YouTube channel in the description. But they lovely chaps that talk about 40k. It's demons, brand new demons. With this, which is the new tech, right? And then a bunch of horrors and stuff into the new SKYSPLINTER Assault. So we're gonna have fun. I ended up going first. It is priority targets, which does mean that he has an advantage going second. So it forces me to be a little more aggro than I would want to be, but that's okay. Let's go. Let's have some fun. See what happens. Brian's a good guy and he's a good player, so this will be fun. Well, what a game. Came down to the end. It is a win for the Drukhari, but wow, there was one turn where the demons didn't get a break, and then the Dark Eldar had the 3rd wave. the 3rd, and then the 4th wave. I love this detachment. I cannot wait to go back to the studio and talk about it. And I can't wait to hear what Brian says on the studio podcast. Yeah, there you go. Check out the other guys. The link is in the description. Good game. Now we get food. Game. Round number 2. I'm getting to play against Space Marines. Basically the Iron Hand style with all the vehicles. I went first. I've killed a Dreadnought, a Vindicator, a Repulsor, and one of the 3 Tech Marines. And it's bottom of turn 2. So this army has been able to kill tanks no problem. The Haywire has been the actual money. They've been fantastic. Other than that, so wish me luck. We're going into the end of the round. Now is the turn where all the Inceptors come in and the drop pod with some Devastators and stuff. So we'll see what the Space Marines do. End of the game. Well, I won the game. I killed all of the Space Marines by my turn 4. That was wild. I still have so much stuff left on the table. Thank you, Games Workshop. This detachment is amazing. Actually, the Haywire Scourge were like the MVPs, popping out and just doing like 15 damage to a tank here and 12 damage to a Dreadnought there through the -1. And it was awesome. Yeah, it felt like Dark Eldar used to feel, which was just like a swarm of stuff everywhere. Other than that, okay, that's 2 games down, 1 more to go. And that was a fun game. Although Alex here says he's going to bring Whirlwinds next time he faces me and just try and nuke me with all the Whirlwinds. Complete skew list. Other than that, let's go into round 3. Okay, so round number 3 playing is Supply Drop against Blood Angels. Blood Angels went first. Moved up, killed a couple of units of Mandrakes that I used to screen some scout moves, and they have a Librarian Dreadnought, so I needed to make sure that they couldn't like teleport anywhere. However, Blade Guard veterans and the Justiciar died to like most of the Venom shooting. The unit of Incursors died to some shooting over here, and then the whole Aggressor squad got tied up and pretty much got murdered by the Beast Pack. And then this Archon that was back here moved out, got out of the Venom, charged and killed the Death Company. We're going to talk about it later, but they just gave Dark Eldar such a boost. It's unreal how it feels so Dark Eldar-y with just little zippy units everywhere. It's very crazy. Okay, but other than that, it's round number 2, and we'll still see. So that one disappears first, that one remains. So the Blood Angels have to push over this way. So we'll see how it looks at the end of the game. End of the game. As you can see, Dark Eldar everywhere and lots of dead Blood Angels. Killed every single Blood Angel by the end of turn 4. Middle of turn 4. It was crazy. Okay, so with that, let's dive into post-game. Not post-game. I'm going to go to the studio. We're going to see the army. I'm going to break it down, give you my initial thoughts of the SKYSPLINTER assault and how awesome it is. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's move on. Thanks a lot for hanging out for this little part. First place. It's really fun, actually. What a great time we had. Somebody asked me where I put all the trophies. There we go. Lots of trophies from many, many years of playing the game. Let's go over this. Let's go over what I learned. It was 3 great games against 3 great opponents. Shout out to Brian from the other guys' podcast. Make sure you check them down below. They do some really good reviews of like their events and stuff they go to. They're up and coming, so make sure you go show them some love as well. Let's go through the army and what I learned, because I learned quite a lot. Namely, the SKYSPLINTER assault is fun, but it also means business. Quick breakdown of the list. Well, the biggest thing that I was worried about was Drazar, because of the fact that he is not an Archon. So he doesn't give his unit reroll wounds. Now, the reason I put him in there is because I feel like the SKYSPLINTER assault lacks the ability to get a lot of pain tokens. And Drazar can go in and kill a small character with his vicious execution and give me some additional pain tokens. Sort of like that turn 2, turn 3, just before you really need to start like pushing the enemy army backwards and really doing some damage. The Racks did their job very, very well. The Witches are still one of those units that I'm like debating on and off. It's fine. Mandrakes are great. Don't take them out. Cabalite Warriors, I have seen a lot of people dropping Cabalite Warriors. Don't do it. Cabalites are amazing. If you want to score primary points, you keep your Cabalite Warriors in the army. Now, Beast Pack Master, incredible. I love being able to scout up. Well, this guy's pointing backwards instead of this guy. I love to be able to scout up and move block and just create space for myself. The Scourge are very good. That's another thing that a lot of folks have been like, I don't know, they want to put Ravagers in, which is great. You could just do Ravagers instead. However, I love the move and shoot. Like move, shoot, move again. It's great. And then the Haywire is absolutely clutch into the current meta. Anything that's a tank or a Dreadnought or a Rhino, they just kill tanks, okay? They're great. You do put a pain token on them because they're reliant on pain tokens, but they are amazing. The Cabalites are awesome. The Venoms are awesome. I actually really like this list, and I don't think I want to change it. So I do have a couple more events coming up, a couple more bat reps. I'm going to be playing at in a few leagues and stuff, and then I'm not going to change. We keep it the same, because I've only played about 5 games with this, and I like to play about 10 to 20 games with an army before I like really start tweaking it, and things really pop out at me as things that are either redundant or I don't need or things like that. It has been awesome to read all of your comments and to read all of your exploits with the new SKYSPLINTER. Like, it looks awesome. It plays awesome. It's really fun. Lots of incubi, archons, close combat stuff. So keep it up. Let me know like how you're doing in the comments down below. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a question. I will be answering all those comments. Other than that, that was great. The first RTT down. I have there's a Patreon league that we're doing over on the Denizen Patreon. So it's 24 players and we're all having a good time there. I'm going to test this list in there too. I'm going to play some games. And there you have it. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me for this tournament in review. If you'd like to see more, make sure you sub, click the little notification bell for when videos goes up, leave a comment, like the video. A huge shout out to the channel Patreons, without whom none of this is possible. So thank you so much to all of you, every single one of you. And I cannot say how appreciative I am that you let me create videos for you to watch, because I would not be anything without you. Now, if you haven't supported me on Patreon yet and you want to, the link is in the description. Other than that, that's it. I'm Skari, your grateful host. Signing off until next time. Skari out. The Dark Kin. It is our time to shine, and you shall rue the day, pray. They do not take you alive. Bye, everybody.